2018 Maserati Levante review. With a distinctly different character, the Maserati Levante is unique from the crowd. Introduced not too long ago, the Levante brings the Maserati character to large luxury SUVs. Its distinctive design helps it stick out in parking lots and so on the road, as well as engine plays the soundtrack of your thoroughbred. That's appropriate considering a few of its roots result from Ferrari. The Levante's extensive customization options include everything from your collar on the brake calipers on the leathers and materials inside. With a large entertainment display, the within looks the part, too. That is, if you don't recognize several of the buttons and switches borrowed from less costly vehicles. Aside from some down-market switchgear, the Levante lacks the inside and cargo space of the company's mainstream rivals. And as cool as being the Ferrari link may appear, this would mean the Levante's fuel economy trails the segment. But these aren't Las Vegas DUI only look for an SUV which has a borderline exotic pedigree. In this regard, the Levante's flair and exclusivity separated from your crowd. What's new? After its introduction not too long ago, the Levante gains several updates for 2018. New standard features include blind spot monitoring, front and back parking sensors, and remote engine start, while electricity steering replaces the hydraulic setup from this past year. Two option groups called Grand Lusso and Grand Sport, representing luxury and sport orientations, can be purchased. The driver assistance package now includes automatic and selective braking assist to prevent dangerous lane changes. With this kind of luxury vehicle, I might come across excess. And the powerful Levante S delivers simply that with little sacrifice to fuel economy. Keep in mind that aside from some items, for example bigger front brakes along with a panoramic sunroof, the Levante S is provided nearly the same since the base model, so you might want to choose either the Grand Lusso or Grand Sport option group. We think the luxury-oriented Grand Lusso is really a better bet due to the upgraded stereo, soft closed doors, premium leather, and ventilated seats. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Maserati Levante is available in two variants that happen to be defined by simply how much power they've got. Though both trim levels employ a twin-turbocharged 3.0 litres V6, normally the one in the bottom Levante has 345 horsepower, even though the Levante S offers 424 horsepower. Regardless of output, each model possesses an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive, which Maserati calls Q4. After deciding upon power, it is possible to elect between either the Grand Lusso or Grand Sport option group. Both packages cost exactly the same, nevertheless the Grand Lusso adds luxury features, for example premium leather, along with the Grand Sport adds sporty features, for instance shift paddles. The base Levante comes using a twin-turbo 3.0 litres V6, 345 horsepower, 369 pounds-feet of torque, engine stop-start, an 8-speed automatic, and all-wheel drive. Other mechanical standard items add a driver-adjustable and adaptive air suspension, a limited slip differential, and hill descent control. The exterior shows automatic bi-xenon headlights with LED daytime running lights, LED fog and taillights, auto-dimming side and rear-view mirrors, chrome exterior trim, along with a power liftgate. Inside, you will discover piano black plastic interior trim, leather upholstery, 12-way adjustable power front seats with memory and heating, dual-zone climate control, 3 12-volt outlets, 1 pair alt, 4 USB outlets, 2 front, 2 rear, and 60/40 split folding rear seats. The 8.4-inch entertainment display offers navigation, satellite radio that has a 1-year subscription, and support for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The standard 280-watt stereo plays through 8 speakers. Safety features add a rear-view camera, blind spot monitoring, and back and front parking sensors. Opting with the Grand Lusso package adds a panoramic sunroof, metallic finished roof rails, bright chrome skid plates, additional body coloring to your exterior, different 19-inch wheels, and black brake calipers. The interior receives open plywood trim, premium leather upholstery, ventilated front seats, plus a heated and wood-lined tire. The stereo is upgraded to 900 watts and 14 speakers. The Grand Sport also gains a panoramic sunroof, additional body-colored exterior panels, and also the stereo upgrade. Cosmetic upgrades include piano black exterior trim, 20-inch wheels, red brake calipers, and extended leather options. True to its name, this package also adds shift paddles, 12-way power adjustable seats with larger bolsters, along with a sport tire and pedals. The Levante S comes that has a more powerful version on the twin-turbo 3.0 liters V6, 424 horsepower and 428 pounds-to-feet of torque. Community retains the 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. Above the bed's base model, the S also gains larger front brakes, shift paddles, a panoramic sunroof, and extended leather options. The Grand Lusso package adds soft closed doors, even though the Grand Sport package retains the similar features described above. Most features inside Grand Lusso and Grand Sport is usually optioned à la carte for either Levante. The last two packages to select from are the Climate package, which adds heated rear seats and windshield washer nozzles, plus the Driver Assistance Plus package, consisting of adaptive cruise control with stop and go, forward collision warning, traffic sign recognition, along with a surround view camera system. This package now offers active lane keeping and blind spot assist, which may selectively apply the brakes to stop unsafe lane changes. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically can be purchased in multiple versions which can be fundamentally similar. The S in this particular review depend on our full test with the 2017 Maserati Levante S, twin-turbo 3.0 liters V6, 8-speed automatic, AWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the latest Levante has brought some revisions, like the addition of power steering and even more standard precautionary features. Our findings remain broadly applicable for this year's Levante. Driving. The Levante S puts a definitive increased exposure of sport, landing anywhere between pure luxury SUV models along with the fire-breathing beasts that roll out from the BMW M and Mercedes-AMG factories. Its engine is its greatest asset, however it scores practically in all other dynamic areas. Acceleration. The twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter V6 makes healthy power as well as a beautiful sound, but it really lacks a bit response when driven in normal mode as a result of turbo lag. Sport mode alleviates this somewhat because doing so keeps the transmission within a lower gear. The sprint to 60 miles per hour is properly quick at 5 seconds flat, braking. The brakes are super easy to modulate using the right volume of bite during casual driving, but we encountered some disconcerting wobbles during our panic stops once the suspension wasn't in sport mode. This issue didn't appear in sport mode. The automobile even posted an outstanding 106-foot stop from 60 miles per hour, steering. We found the steering feedback from not too long ago's Levante direct and precise, with assistance that varied with speed. The new Levante has electricity-assisted steering, which can alter the feel through the leader. Handling. The Levante is rather fun on tight, twisty roads featuring its grippy tires, low body roll and torque vectoring electronics, and can make unnaturally sharp turns. But it wiggles and dances a little bit through sweeping curves which might be perfectly smooth, which diminishes driving confidence. Drivability. The 8-speed automatic can be a good match on the V6, and it also executes shifts that happen to be quick and nearly seamless. The shift-by-wire gear selector is usually a nuisance when attempting to quickly move between drive and reverse, making those speedy 3-point turns much more of the challenge. Comfort. The Levante's cabin masterfully seems to keep bad noise out while letting good noise in, but we weren't entirely in awe of its ride quality. The climate control system keeps air temps in order, even so the leather seats can get just a little swampy minus the perforated ventilation option. Seat comfort. The front seat cushions are firm yet comfortable, however they got somewhat warm devoid of the optional perforated leather. Lateral support in the thighs and back is wide set, so smaller to average folk won't still find it very supportive. Rear seat comfort is comparable, with plenty of rake inside the seatback. Ride comfort. The Levante's ride is busy even from the softest suspension setting, plus it's bothered more by small, sharp bumps than big ones. The optional 21-inch wheels likely play a part. The suspension keeps body roll in order during cornering, but ends up with more head toss when on uneven pavement. Noise and vibration. The cabin is extremely well insulated against wind and decently insulated against road noise. Yet sport mode still allows the exhaust sound in. That is certainly a good thing because doing so's lovely. Otherwise the cabin is quite quiet whilst in normal mode, without having squeaks or rattles observed. Climate control. Dual climate controls could be accessed from the touch screen or adjusted incrementally via buttons and switches just under it. Additionally, you'll be able to set the cabin temp throughout the voice command system, and that is clever, along with the climate system does well to keep your chosen settings. Interior. Getting in and out with the Levante is usually a breeze. Once inside, we have a comfortable volume of space in practically every seat. The driver's seat might be positioned for max road visibility and a low, sporty feel. The substantial paddle shifters almost make up for your chintzy tire controls. Ease people. The large touchscreen infotainment layout is rather easy to navigate, nonetheless it collects fingerprints that report up watchily within the sun, and configuring the computer isn't very intuitive. The steering wheel rocker switch controls require unusually heavy pressure, which can be uncomfortable and cumbersome. Getting in, getting out. Climbing in can be quite easy, like entering into a slightly taller sedan. The adjustable air suspension can lower our bodies nearly 2 inches, so there's really no climbing required. The large doors open wide, along with the generous entry helps avoid head contact while using door frames even inside the rear. Driving position. Its great deal of seat height adjustment means it is possible to choose a commanding road view or tuck underneath the window sills for more of any sports sedan feel. The tire has a decent quantity of rake and tilt adjustment, and yes, it's always simple to find the huge column-mounted paddle shifters. Roominess. Even together with the cockpit-style cabin in the beginning, you will find there's lot of space for both front seats. Head and legroom are readily available with ample width for hips and shoulders. In the trunk there's decent headroom and enough width for 3 adults to squeeze. Anyone over 6 feet will never be thrilled within the middle seat. Visibility. Visibility is decent overall. The front view is unobstructed and also the rear headrests are short so that they don't really impede the scene rearward. The rear window is smaller than others in most other SUVs. The rear pillars are pretty chunky, nevertheless the optional surround view cameras alleviate this challenge. Quality. The Levante's interior appears nicely put together, nevertheless the materials don't inspire feelings of luxury level quality, especially in this particular class. Items such because gear selector and tire button controls fall below class standards and are also somewhat of the disservice towards the Maserati brand. Utility. On a universal stage, the Levante has lots of merit for utility. But when compared with others in the class, it comes down up slightly short in cargo volume as well as doesn't make any special accommodations for car seats. Small item storage. There's an enormous array of storage areas. A bin forward in the gearshift has USB and auxiliary inputs which is large enough for several phones along with a wallet. There are 12-volt outlets plus a deep armrest bin that keeps drinks cool or warm through an air vent and will accommodate large water bottles. Cargo space. With 19.4 cubic feet of space behind the trunk seats, the Levante's cargo area is smaller in volume than most in the competition. Still, the cargo area is able to be very usable. The rear seats fold flat and you will find the ski pass through should you not want to fold the seats down. child safety seat accommodation. The latch anchors have 0 easy access ports and are also squeezed between seat bottom and back cushions. But loading of vehicle seating back definitely won't be too hard thanks towards the large door openings. Technology. The Levante impressed us using its technology by reviewing the useful onboard navigation towards the depth of the voice recognition system. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included, and there will be the best ways of smartphone integration. Active driver aids come in the package, and we'd recommend setting it up. Audio and navigation. The navigation system is probably not as cutting-edge as Audi's Google Maps, however it is nice and very easy to operate and possesses live traffic and speed limit info. The optional Harman Kardon stereo audio doesn't have fancy speaker grills like some competitors, nevertheless it fills the cabin that has a rich, quality sound. Smartphone integration. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard together with the 8.4-inch touchscreen infotainment system that can take the guesswork away from device integration. And there's convenient phone storage that cuts down on the temptation to address your phone while driving. Driver aids. The driver assistance package is much more robust this coming year, featuring forward collision and lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control with stop and go, plus a surround view camera system. Active blind spot and lane keeping assist systems selectively utilize the brakes to avoid unsafe maneuvers. Voice control. The Levante has one on the better voice recognition systems we've used. You can search landmarks, tune into specific radio and satellite stations, and also set the climate control temperature. You also have usage of smartphone functions through Apple CarPlay, Android Auto.